boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we got a big time fight that I want to talk about, man. That happened last night. Um, Smash that like button and subscribe. Mayweather versus Gotti, man. It went down last night. It was a really good exhibition. And it was an exhibition, you guys. So I don't want you guys to get it misconstrued that it wasn't an exhibition because it was. Um, it was one of those type of fights that garnered the attention of the mainstream media and casual fans. But it wasn't, a boxing hardcore must watch, should I say. Mayweather's still, Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not going to change. He's still going to do what he wants to do. He's still going to fight who he wants to fight. And he's still going to act the way he wants to act. The first fight between these two guys was back and forth. It got stopped because, the referee waved it off. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in, man. That's all I ask you guys. You don't have to donate or anything. Just smash that like button for me. But yeah, man, Mayweather, the first fight got, stopped prematurely. So the next fight this is the rematch. This is the rematch. So, both guys, came into the ring. Mayweather was, John, the Gotti the third came in there with his entourage. And then Mayweather came in there, with his entourage and was holding his grandson, surprisingly. Um, you know, uh, NBA YoungBoy's, son. Mayweather was holding him on the way to the ring. I've seen him, train him, and he's got a couple good punches, man. So definitely gotta watch out for NBA YoungBoy's, son. I mean, he could definitely throw them things, man, for a little small guy, man. I believe he's like 2 or 3, maybe 4. Um, but it was a good matchup, man. Like I said, both guys came in there. They wanted to get the job done. It was an exhibition, so there was not any judges. It did go to full 8 rounds. But like I said, there was no judges. And so, with that being said, you guys got to keep that into consideration. Mayweather is getting up there in age. Um, he's getting up there in age, and he did what he could do. He was definitely putting for all of the hand injuries and different things that Mayweather has going on in his life and different ventures. He put it all together last night. He still showed that he does have a wittiness about him. He does have a high boxing IQ still, and but what does that show us? Beating up John Gotti, the third. It doesn't show us a lot. Gotti's record was, I believe, 2-0 with one knockout. Um, it doesn't show us a lot. He's fought Logan Paul. He's fought different YouTubers, UFC guys. He fought Conor McGregor. Um, he's fought a lot of guys. So in this whole exhibition style and stuff like that. Obviously, the Conor McGregor, I believe, counted on his resume. They counted that as the 50-0. But, yeah. So this fight, went the distance. There was no scorecards. There was no judges. So it went the distance, and I think Mayweather won. I think like I said, it was an exhibition. So, like I said, it was no scorecards needed. But Floyd Mayweather, for the most part, did what he was supposed to do. He outboxed. He outboxed Gotti. He did what he wanted to do. Have Gotti on the ropes. Um, and Gotti said he's been thinking about this fight. For the last year since the last fight. And I don't know if Gotti didn't have enough sparring or didn't have the best sparring for this fight, but I feel like he could have did a lot better. I feel like he could have did a lot better. Obviously you were in there with a 47-year-old boxing legend, and I believe Gotti was 31 himself, and you're in there with a legend, and not only did you, I just feel like Gotti didn't look to par. He didn't look like he was throwing, some punches and bunches at times, but nothing was really landing noticeably. So I didn't like what I seen out of that. I didn't like, the John Gotti's. I didn't like the third. I didn't like, his body language. At times he was just, cool with just getting pummeled on the ropes. And I just thought he would have a better showing for himself. I really did. I thought he would have a better showing for himself. But he showed me that, he he showed me that he didn't he wouldn't mind, he doesn't mind being there, but as far as competing at a high level, I'm gonna go with no, man. I don't think that Gotti should be competing at any top level in boxing until he shows me otherwise. You couldn't do anything with a 47-year-old veteran and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and you're 31, and you have a weight advantage on Mayweather. You know, I believe Gotti came in there at a 180 plus. Mayweather was like barely 160. So, yo, shout out to Crypto Colors. He said, "What's up, Corey?" He says, "Yo, Corey, where you getting all this new money from?" I got my own business, man. I got my own business, man. You gotta start. You gotta break out. The norm. I've been working for Uncle Sam for a while now. 10, 15 plus years that I've been working for Uncle Sam, and now it's time to do my own thing. But when you own your business, you own your own boss, but you got to make your own decisions. So it's a lot with that. But I encourage anybody that's out there to work for themselves. I feel like that's the best way right now, in my personal opinion. That's the only way. UGC in the chat, salute, man. He says Gotti wasn't really throwing punches. Felt like he was the smaller man. Facts. Facts. UGC, man, facts. It was just like, I didn't see a whole lot out of I didn't see a whole lot of Gotti that made me want to be like, damn, I want to see him fight again. Because I don't. To be honest. If John Gotti never fought the third, never fought again, I would be fine with that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be cool with that, in a boxing ring. Now, what he does in the mixed martial arts, that's on him. But as far as, you know, fighting, the top guys in boxing, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. He couldn't do nothing with a 47-year-old, battle tested Mayweather. And the book's still out on Gotti, man, because I didn't see anything that Gotti was doing to make me want to see him again and to make me have confidence that he can win again. Because I don't think that, John Gotti III, his boxing ability is not top tier at all. He's not top tier talent. And I think Mayweather knew that, and that's why he wanted to do the rematch. Plus, the first fight went so bizarre. He was probably like, I want to just get this out the way and, get this other, bankroll from this. It was in Mexico City, and it was in New Mexico City, so it was a really good crowd. It was in Mexico City, and at the CDMX Arena, and Mayweather put on a boxing clinic, man. I mean, he really made it look really easy. We know he did train for this fight. We know he was in the gym sparring and, carrying on and, doing what he has to do to stay relevant in the sport of boxing. And these exhibitions are not only getting Mayweather paid, but they're showing that, he's still fit enough to beat 31-year-olds that think they're really like that in the sport of boxing or mixed martial arts. And to be honest with you, man, John Gotti III isn't like that in the boxing ring. I'm sorry, he's not. Crypto Colors in the chat says, Corey, word on the street is that you are a new boxing promoter. Nah, man, I ain't doing no boxing promoting, man. But it wouldn't be a bad idea for sure. It would definitely wouldn't be a bad idea. My little cousin Dino's fighting coming up soon. I'm not sure if he's fighting this month or next month, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted because I want to go to the fight. I definitely want to go to the fight. He's been training. He's been doing his miles, and I want to see what he got, man. I want to see what he can do, man. You know, he sparred, and did well against, amateur champions. So I would like to see what he can do on the next level. You know, Damian Griggs is his name. So I want to see what he can do. I think he can, do well in the sport if he dedicates himself. He's still in his early 20s. He does have a, very small amateur, background, but I think he can do well. I really do. Um, Crypto Color says Mayweather getting paid to do sparring sessions. Facts. Facts, man. It's wild as shit that he's getting paid to do this shit, but he's getting paid to do it. He is. That's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. UGC says, yeah, Mayweather's still sharp to be almost 50. He was getting caught with the left hook. Took it well. Yeah, he was getting caught sparingly in a sparring session. But like I said, man, Mayweather is still can fight these exhibition fighters and these fighters with little to no amateur pedigree and with little to no sense of urgency in the fight. I mean, he showed me that John Gotti the third, man, showed me that, he really, to be honest with you, he showed me that he was just trying to get a check. It was gonna probably be his biggest payday ever. And kudos to him. But as far as, winning in the sport of boxing and continue to push forward in the sport of boxing is I don't believe John Gotti can be on that next level. I don't think so. I don't see it. Maybe you guys can show me something in the near future that might change my mind. But what I seen last night, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to see any more of John Gotti the third in a boxing ring. And I think if he fights a guy his age in the boxing ring, he could possibly get stopped. With more pressure and um more want to get him out of there. A guy that really wants to come in there and bang with John Gotti. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing John Gotti the third versus Conor McGregor in a boxing ring. I mean, we know how it would go in a mixed martial arts, but in a boxing arena, that would be a good start. Cuz go up and down the road. What But yeah, man, it was like I said, it was a good fight. Um, I feel like Mayweather could have possibly stopped him if he had any more youth in him. But the weight advantage was crazy. And Gotti had at least 20, 25 pounds on Mayweather fight night. You know, so I just I don't know, man. I think that Mayweather is gonna keep fighting these guys as much as they allow him. Um, I believe there was a reason why he fought in Mexico City. Um, I think because maybe he could get his money back and stuff like that. It says after the fight, Mayweather seemingly dismissed the idea of having an exhibition bout with another boxing legend and Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., which is 62 years old, you guys. And he praised him for for paving the way, instead of trying to call him out and fight him. Um, I think Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. just needs to relax and just needs to retire, stay retired. I mean, he's got so much facial damage from, I believe he's had over 100 fights. I mean, dude's got, you could just tell he was a fighter. I mean, there is no hiding that. He's been in some some wars. And I think Mayweather would be too young, too quick, and just too mentally ready for the challenge against Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Um, I think Mayweather could beat Junior and Senior, but the only thing about it is can Junior get down to 168, 160 like he once was when he was in his prime. They say Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. parties too much, and he's not cut like that. So I don't think that'll be a good fight for Junior or Senior. They need to go elsewhere. I believe Junior could be Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. could be fighting Gabe Rosado in the near future. You know, he could be fighting Gabe Rosado. The reason why I keep opening the door, you guys, is because it's hot as shit in this car, and I left my keys in the cribbo for sure. Crypto Color says Chavez son versus John Gotti. That would be a great C plus fight event. Yeah, that'd be good for like an undercard or something of a Logan Paul, Jake Paul fight. Like I said, man, a lot of these guys are washed up. They're finished. Um, but yeah, I want to change the subject, man. Shout out to Greg Hackett and Southpaw, man. These guys are going at it. Southpaw's disrespectful as shit, and I wouldn't mind seeing that fight, man. I would not mind seeing that fight, man. They said they were supposed to fight today, so we'll see if that goes down. Um, like I said, Southpaw is being very disrespectful, talking about Greg's son and bringing kids involved. I feel like once you bring kids involved, you done crossed the line. You starting to, talk super crazy. You know what I mean? And they gotta settle it in the ring like men. They got a disagreement. I feel like Greg definitely ruffles some feathers when it comes to this boxing shit. And that's just what it is, man. I mean, everybody's not gonna like what he has to say. You know? Yeah, man, Danny Garcia is making a comeback, man. I want to see how that fight goes against Laura. I think that'll be a good fight. I think that'll be another way of Danny can, win another world title at a different weight class. Cause I don't believe, yeah, he's never been champion at 154, and he was champion at 140, 147, but now he's skipping 154 and going straight to 160. So this will make him a 3 division world champion, which is pretty hard to do, in the sport of boxing. But it's a really good fight. It's on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus Berlanga, which I think Canelo Alvarez. I mean, listen, I got all the respect in the world for Berlanga for getting in the ring, but he's in over his head, and I think he's gonna get stopped. and I think he's gonna definitely get stopped. I think that Canelo is gonna eventually do what he wants. I mean, he might box him for 12 rounds, but I think I can see him stopping him. This could be set up for a stoppage for Canelo for a big fight after this though. I think Canelo probably will fight. Um, he might fight Crawford next. You know, Terrence Crawford versus Canelo is a good fight, man. I know a lot of people saying that Canelo's too big for Crawford, and listen, man, if if Crawford wants to smoke, give it to him. Give it to him. Dude been asking for the smoke for months now, if not over a year now. So I would love to see what he can do. I would love to see what he can do. Would love to see what he can do. Yeah, this comeback is gonna be is his comeback for Danny, man. I mean, he's got to get it done. UGC says the inactivity is killing the careers of talented fighters. Danny Garcia and Laura are inactive as hell. Al Heyman. Al Heyman, man. Got the Amazon Prime deal, but not enough dates. Not nearly enough dates. And these fighters are starting to, if you notice, a lot of these fighters are starting to go to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's winning in the sport of boxing by default. Just because these guys and Richard Schaefer with Pro Box is winning as well. Because he's getting fighters like Jared Hurd and Rosario, just off them being inactive as well. Jared Hurd was a lifetime Al Heyman fighter. Now he's fighting on Pro Box. And like I said, man, Richard Schaefer, man, is really starting to go back to the top of the sport of boxing, man, because listen, he's got a YouTube channel that's growing. He's got analysts on there that are competent. And yeah, I think he's got a good platform where, he makes it free. I mean, he's making this shit free, you guys. So all you got to do is just, tune in to YouTube and watch it for free, you know. And that Jared Hurd fight that was last week, well, Wednesday, was a damn good fight. I was feeling that fight. That was a damn good fight. That was a damn good fight. You know. But yeah, man, let me go, man. I want to eat some breakfast, a late breakfast, but gotta get it in. Spend time with the fam, man. You know how it is on a Sunday. But I wanted to get this live stream in and talk about the Gotti versus Mayweather fight. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to donate to the channel, it's Corey Lee Boxing on Cash App. And yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching, man. This is Corey Lee Boxing, and we've definitely been back with another banger. Let's go. Peace, you guys.